What's going on, everybody? On YouTube, Steve here, Raiken Profit, and I am with
Jameson. What up?
What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we are going to talk about the importance of networking and how it can help you to not only build your business and make more money, but also help you to have a more fulfilling life in general. So you want to get started off with why you found it to be so important in your business. We'll start with that, in your reselling business, to build networks. How has it really changed your life?
If I didn't have the network of friends that I had, I would not be where I'm at reselling. Like when it comes to like the systems and analytics of everything, like I'm not very good at that and I'm not very smart. So
you've been able to make friends with people who, in your opinion, were smarter than you to be able to learn from, and anytime you were dealing with a challenge or something with, how do I deal with a reimbursement, or how do I deal with, Amazon's doing this, or they lost my package, what do I do? You reach out to your network.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's huge. And there's so many people out there, and I know for me, when I first got started before this YouTube channel, I felt like so alone when I was just getting started with like Craigslist, because I was like flipping bicycles and I was getting into selling clothing on eBay. It's a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I felt so alone, and when you have that network, you don't feel alone, do you?
Amen.
That's cool. So let's get into some tips for how people can go about building friends, like real friends and partners, and to be able to go out there and network and have that group of people that they can interact with and learn from. So let's talk about taking time to help people via personal message, because you said that when you had first joined the Green Room, what, about four or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
You didn't really have much of a network. So let's bring everybody back to when you first got started. You had no network, and talk about how you started to build friends and relationships in the Green Room, so the folks out there who are watching and feel alone, they can start to replicate this.
Basically, what caused me to get into this whole like networking and making friends is when I've said this a billion times, like when I got into the reselling thing, I was in a free group. I don't remember the name of it, but I asked some questions, and they were noob questions that probably seemed ignorant, or whatever, or I seemed ignorant, and people started jumping down my throat. And
how do you not know this?
They were really rude about it, like, and then I got to the point where I started posting again, like, hey, I don't know what to do. I will pay somebody, and nobody would help me.
You were actually offering to give people money for one-on-one.
Yes. Nothing, and I literally
I guess they don't like money, man.
No, it made me so angry that I said and I'm glad that happened, because it made me want to be very successful in this, so I could turn around and help people, because that was my main goal. Is like, those. Yeah, it was really rude, and I wish I remembered the Facebook group, because I would love to call them out.
I get it. When I was brand new, it's scary. And you feel very vulnerable, and when someone just puts you down like you're nothing, that hurts.
Yeah, it's like I got thrown out to the wolves and everybody was just taking shots at me.
So brutal, man.
So yeah, my goal was to make friends and learn and just do really well and help people. And luckily I knew, a decent amount about eBay at the time, so that was my way to help people. And
So you said what you were doing, and we were talking a little bit before this video to kind of get all points clear and direct, was that you would actually, people would have like an issue with like video games or something that you were knowledgeable with, and you said that you would reach out to them and say, send me a personal message.
I would send them a message, start chatting, and then it turned into like Google Hangouts and then phone numbers, and like I mean, it's very easy to do. I taught myself how to solder batteries for like the Pokemon Game Boy games, and then like people wouldn't know how to do it, and so I would say, hey, send them to me and I'll change them for you. And I started making friends doing that, just like doing little favors for people, like throwing out a bunch of little hooks or whatever, just to like say, hey, my friendship is here. I want to make friends with everybody, and just to show you that I'm not out to take, like, let me help you.
Like 90% of the people, you ever find that, and I find just from having the social media presence that 90% of people, they just want something from you. A piece of information, a tip, a bolo, and then they disappear. So what you were doing was different. You were almost like going against the grain. You were like messing with people's heads. They're like, this guy is so nice. He's giving, he's helping, he's real. I want to connect with this person. So that's it, give? Yeah,
and that wasn't like, my intention wasn't to get anything.
You didn't have any expectations.
I didn't expect anything. Yeah. I literally, like, I feel good when I help people. Because I, like I said, people were not helpful to me when I started this. So I wanted to help people. So I like to spread a little bit of help to everybody, because I just didn't like the way those people made me feel.
So what if somebody's watching right now and they're like, that sounds awesome, like, I'm a nice person, I definitely want to help and give, that's a value of mine, but they might think, I don't have anything to give. Do you feel that there's some people out there who just don't have anything to give and they couldn't apply this? Or do you feel that each and every individual out there, regardless of who's watching, has something they can give, whether that's something tangible or maybe just like a self-development type of deal? What are your thoughts on that?
Everybody has something to give. Like, I sometimes used to think I have nothing to offer to anybody. But everybody has something. You just got to figure out what it is and you have to find it.
How do you figure out what that is?
I mean, luckily, like for me, like I love people. Like I literally generally love helping people.
So think about your passion.
Yeah, whatever you're passionate about. It's like I'll give another example. This anybody could do is like you see people in the free Facebook groups or green room, wherever. Hey, I found this item. Is it good? Pick or pass. And you know what? The first instinct is, oh, you're an idiot. Go look it up online yourself. I would go and look like on an item I had no knowledge of. I would go on eBay and look it up for them. Yeah. Like it took me 5 minutes to do it, and I'd be like, okay, all right, you know, and I would type in the comment, I don't know much about selling this, but it looks like the solds are around this on some of them, and the listed price is this. You know, it might be something you'd want to jump on. Like I don't know anything about it, but I gave like a little bit of insight to them. Like it probably be like, oh wow, he was nice enough to give me a little something, even, you know, like little stuff like that. You can build.
Nobody does this stuff.
Yeah,
nobody does it. I can tell you right now, I've got a following of like, you know, 85,000 subscribers, and I can name off on like one hand how many people actually reach out and give besides just trying to take. We'll go to my inbox after. It's just take. But if somebody actually did something different and gave value, they'd get all my attention because nobody does it. It's crazy, and you've mastered that. You have really mastered that. What are your thoughts on giving out your phone number and like jumping on a phone call? Because I know this is something you're notorious for doing. Do you feel like people should go out there and just give their phone numbers out and stuff, or is there like a security measure, or do you screen people before you start to really bring them into your world a little deeper versus just like a Facebook
I'll
message?
Screen them, or like if it's someone that like maybe you and I have a mutual, like you have a friend that I like, oh, like I know you're good friends with them, but I don't know them.
That's why the green room was so good.
Yeah.
Because everyone was kind of pre-screened because they're already paying to get in.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was very big into that, and just like doing Google Hangouts and like, you know, if I see somebody in the green room, like they're having trouble with something, I would like pick up my phone and say, hey, I actually can help solve your problem, and like, you know, I'll build relationships that way. But like people can see if you're full of crap. Like, don't have your end goal just to get something out of them. People can see right through that.
Gary Vaynerchuk talks a lot about it. Give, but with no expectation.
Yeah, don't expect anything. Like, if you generally love people, enjoy helping people, it's going to work out great for you. Like, if you're not a people person or don't want to help people, and you pretend to try to help people, like, people are going to see that you're full of crap.
Okay, cool. Now, one thing that I've noticed that you do often is you meet people in real life. So you'll go from Facebook to the phone to Google Hangouts, and then you'll actually meet in real life. How do you feel this affects your relationships when it comes to networking?
That's probably the #1 reason why I'm doing good, I guess, doing well at Amazon, is building the relationships outside of Facebook. Because I know, obviously, whoever's a full-time reseller, it can get lonely, and technically, you know, generally, our coworkers are on Facebook. You're talking to them on Facebook. That's how we communicate with each other, since we don't have real coworkers. I try to create that, and make that experience real. And so traveling, like I said, I've done it for years, just meeting people. Like, I can literally go to any city. Like, I probably know, you know, at least 5 or 6 people within 1 hour here that are good that I'm, you know, pretty good friends with. And
it saves you money because, I mean, look over. He's got his bed right there. He definitely knows somebody in Connecticut. But I found that it amplifies your experience meeting in real life. That's why I'm a big fan of like conferences and meeting people in real life, whether it's a green room event or, you know, Rocky Mountain reseller meetup group, or just going to whatever, Tony Robbins, because when you meet someone in real life, you really get that vibe going. And I found that like on a business standpoint, or like a, you know, like a what's working standpoint on Amazon, so on and so forth, you get the good stuff when you meet someone in real life.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so much easier, I feel, to be transparent and give when you're actually connected with somebody in real life. So I would recommend, you know, taking it from Facebook, taking it to the phone, and eventually meeting. That's how you build real, lasting relationships, in my opinion.
Yes, exactly.
So any other tips or anything else you want to say with the folks who are watching right now, who are maybe they're alone as a reseller? I hear so much resellers are lonely, and I've definitely gone through that. Somebody who wants to be able to build a network to not only learn different tips and strategies to be able to build their business, improve their life, but they also want that fulfillment, that connection. They want to help others and feel a part of something. Any other advice you would give to the people watching right now, Jameson?
When you'd if you do meet up with other resellers, like if when I first started, I didn't have literally hardly any money. I don't know why. Like sometimes I get like convictions to do things. Like I don't know if it's smart or if it's going to be good. It's like I always just have the urge, just like if you want to meet another reseller at like Starbucks, buy their coffee. If you meet to have lunch, buy their lunch. Like even when I didn't have enough money to do that, I would still do it. I just felt the urge like to do it. And I think that's the way you can offer your friendship to show that you and build trust in a relationship with people.
Yeah, and I know there were some times where, I was going through some lows, you were going through some lows, and I remember there was one time in the green room where you had so many people taking care of you in this one situation. Not to get too personal, but it just goes to prove that you were taking care of them first, and when you needed help, they were there for you. And now I know a couple of years later, you're having a lot of success. There's been some friends of yours who have needed help, and you've been able to help them, so it's really come full circle.
Exactly. Like, I mean, yeah, there's not like any problem. Like I have like friends of friends that'll come and contact me. Like if they have an issue with Amazon that I may not know, but they'll know. Like I probably know someone that knows something that can help them. Like so, I just try to have a really big network of people, so that way I may be really good in certain areas, but I know like 50 other guys that are good in different areas, so that we always have each other's back to help each other in certain situations. Like if I'm buying a certain item or I've got an inauthentic, I just dealt with an inauthentic claim. And I was having issues getting taken care of. I reached out to my friends, and they helped me freaking nail that thing down.
And that would cost you thousands if you have to go to one of those people who like help with
like if you do something like that. So I was able to get their help and fix, get the situation taken care of. So just like offer your friendship. Like even if you're not good at reselling or whatever it is you're trying to do, offer your friendship. Be nice. Like there's a quote, I don't know who said it, but it's be nice to people on your way up because you'll meet them on your way down.
Wow, that is
Always
awesome.
Be nice to people, like, because you'll never know. Like, I mean, literally, if I go get coffee at Starbucks saying the cashier's rude, I still want to offer to be nice, because you never know. I could bump into that person one day. We could be friends one day. You just never know. Always offer your friendship, offer a smile, be nice. Like, not sound like corny or anything, but just like, just be nice to people. That's literally common sense and easy, but we live in a day and age where it's not like that anymore.
What goes around comes around.
Exactly.
I believe in karma as well. If you put out positivity, it'll come back. If you're taking people down, if you're knocking others down to try to get to the top, I mean, I feel like that negativity is going to come back to you. So be the example that be the person that you want to be, and live a life where you're actually adding value and helping people and making a difference. You don't have to be so negative and take others down. You know what I mean? Be the person who helps. So I think we're going to leave it off at that. I love that quote, by the way. One more thing? Jump in, man.
Actually, two more quick things. One thing is, I think this is I don't know if Dale Carnegie said this, but it was in the How to Win Friends and Influence People book that I'm into. And there's a quote in there that says, there are no neutral transactions in life. You either leave somebody better off or worse off.
Oh, wow.
And so I always try to, I mean, I've slacked on it in the recent time, but I always want to leave people better off when I meet them or see them walking down the street, anything like that. And also, all this advice that I give, it's not like, this is how you become successful, this is how you do this. This is just what's worked for me.
Yeah, and we're still working on it.
So I don't want people to be like, oh, that doesn't work, that's dumb, blah, 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 blah. Like, this just helped me. This is what I've done, and this works for me. That's it. So it might work for you, it might not. Exactly. So you got to maybe take one or two things that you want to apply and try it out. Maybe a couple of things don't resonate with you. Or tweak them to like, okay, I kind of like what he said, but I don't like that part. Right. Tweak it to you. To fit your lifestyle, what you're looking for in life. Cool. Hey, man, I appreciate those tips, man. Awesome. Bam! So go out there, apply it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to check him out on YouTube at Jameson Philippi. I will leave some links down below if you guys want to follow him. But appreciate you coming on, man. And, yes. Don't forget, you are a rock star, baby. That's what I'm saying. All right, guys, we'll talk to you. Peace.